What up, people? Ace Boy Rios here. Let y'all fall up in here real quick. You ready for these? I don't know. There's a show on Netflix that everybody should watch, especially leading into the Olympics. It's called Sprint Fire. It's about the track athletes competing in the World Championships in 2023, but it's leading up to the Olympics. So I'm super excited about the Olympics this year. Like, I'm really excited for them to come, also for the Olympics to come to LA. But got to check out that sprint. I ran track my whole life, so I got a love for track, a love hate relationship with track. But sprint with Sha'Carri Richardson, Noah Lyles, and you get to get like an inside look at them personally and get to know them a little bit better. It's really really good. My wife, she started off hating Noah Lyles. What up? What up? Good morning, everybody. I'm just talking about the the new show that like the I don't know if it's called a show, but it's on Netflix. It's called Sprint. It's really dope, really really good. And coming into the Olympics, it's got like gets you excited for what's coming up. The track. Morning, how can I help you? Yes, can I have a large coffee, 2 creams, 2 sugars, please? You want two inside? Yes, ma'am. What else? That'll be all. Last one, okay. And like what it takes to be the best. What it takes to be the best and the sacrifice and dedication that it takes. You got to sacrifice a lot if you want to be the best at something. You got to sacrifice. Morning, good morning. How you doing? Good. Okay. It's a major sacrifice in anything. That's if you want to be the best at anything. You got to sacrifice and put in the time and put in the hours. And thank you so much. You too. And you see that in this show Sprint, like with Noah Lyles, Sha'Carri Richardson. Um, is it Richardson? Sha'Carri Jackson? Sha'Carri Richardson? Yeah. But you get to see the sacrifice that they make to become the best, the greatest at what they do. And you have to have a mindset that you are the best. And the shit about Noah Lyles is you could tell he's like confident and cocky. And he's just like on that track when he's out there, he's just like super like he's confident but borderline cocky. And my wife hated that shit. So she didn't really even know him or even hear him speak before she disliked him. But she just didn't like his actions on the track. But then when you watch the show Sprint, you see his mindset and what he's saying. Like you have to be confident and cocky in yourself to be able to go out there and beat the whole world. And it's like, oh shit, you know what? He has he has the right to be that way. He has is he's earned the right to be that working in that nature. And you have to trick your own mind. You have to trick yourself into believing certain things. Like, you know what? Constantly telling yourself, I'm the best. I'm going to beat anybody. He's only lost in the 200 twice. That's crazy. And then we all know about Sha'Carri, how they did her dirty. She tested positive for marijuana, and they kept her out of the last Olympics. So getting to see her go to this year's Olympics and coming into this year's Olympics as the world champion, beating all the Americans versus the Jamaicans. Oh man, it's about to be dope. It's about to be dope, and you get to see Sha'Carri Richardson's relationship with Dennis Coleman or Dennis Jackson, her coach, and how much he like loves her and all the sacrifices that she's been through. So it's a great show to watch just beyond being a fan of track or things like that. It's really really good just to get to see the behind the scenes and the hunger and drive and motivation that these athletes have to be the best and what it takes to be the best. It's really really good. Self belief is everything, and sacrifices is everything. People will say that they want something real bad, or that they're in a situation that they're trying to get out of, but they're not willing to sacrifice material things to get further further ahead. Material things are just material things. Like we put too much value in material shit. We put so much value in material stuff that we're not willing to let go of it to to be able to lose the heavy weight of owning that stuff and getting rid of that stuff to go to move forward. You might have to get rid of some shit. You might have to sell some shit. You behind on your mortgage, you behind on rent, or you need something to move forward in this business idea, or need some cash. You might have to sell something. Sell your your TV, your whatever your excess. Oh, that's for sale. Oh shit, I gotta check that out. Sell a car, sell your old school, do something. You have to sacrifice certain things. How dedicated are you to being successful? Like, what are you willing to sacrifice to be successful? Material shit holds no value. Material things hold no value in my household. Like, nothing nothing is too important to let go of. I will downsize if I need to. I will sell my house and get a smaller house, or move. Oh damn! I will move to a different neighborhood. I will do whatever it takes. I'll do that. But you have to be willing to sacrifice. If you really want something, you'll be willing to sacrifice. But people have so many excuses of why they can't do certain things. Oh, you know what? I can't do that because of this, or I don't have a car. There's a metro that in Los Angeles, this metro takes you everywhere. Low key, there's nowhere you can't get to in LA through this metro. Oh, you know what? That's a little too far. I don't have a car. I want that job, but such and such. I want to go to that school, but I can't get there, or this, that. People will make excuses for things that they really don't want. People make excuses for things that they really don't want. If you want something, there is nothing that can stop you from getting that shit. If you truly want something, there's nothing that can stop you from getting it. If you're making excuses for something and reasons for why you can't do it, you don't actually really want that shit. That's why now, like when I've like given advice to friends, family, or people that I know, or acquaintances, or people that I run into, and they're making excuses for why something won't work or why it can't work, I'm like, oh, you don't want it. You truly don't believe you deserve that shit, because you wouldn't be making up some damn excuses of why you can't have that shit. You ever seen somebody that truly wants something, that is truly chasing something and trying to get it? You won't hear a fucking excuse come out of their mouth. You won't hear anything negative come out of their mouth about why they're not going to be able to do it. Hey, man, the monolith, hell yeah, you can do that shit. can do whatever you put your mind to. But when people are really dedicated and really going after it and motivated, you ain't gonna hear a damn excuse come out their mouth. All you're gonna hear is the reason why it's gonna work. Talking about when they reach their the end goal, when they get the results that they want. They're not gonna waste their time with excuses or why they're not gonna be successful. You gotta have true belief. Belief is one of the strongest things in the world. Belief in self, belief in God, belief in the bigger picture. Belief on its own will carry you through so much shit if you truly believe. You feel me? Sorry to be out here preaching this morning, but it's the truth. Sell the shed, man. Sell whatever it is that you got to get to go forward, to move forward. You might think that you're losing something, but you might be getting rid of something to get something bigger and better. What do you actually value? Have I ever done jujitsu? Very little bit. Not like jujitsu in the sense of going every Thursday or doing this, but like rolling with some friends or people that I know. Yeah, but not like member to a dojo and doing it every day like that. Nah. But jujitsu, I have my kids in jujitsu, and it's one of and they've been in different dojos. Jiu-jitsu is one of the best art forms, I think, because of the people that are involved. Those people are so strong, and they could just snap you like a twig, right? But they have the best energy. They're like the nicest people, and that's what I love about those jiu-jitsu dojos. Like those people are so welcoming and helpful and loving. You know what I mean? And but on the other side of it, you're like, damn, these people could do whatever they want, but they choose to be good people. I don't think it matters which one you do first, boxing or jujitsu. I think both combined with each other are great. I don't think it matters which one. Hey, funny thing is, I have my daughter in capoeira. There was a capoeira class um, off of Venice or off of Washington or something, and she did that shit for a little while, and that shit was fun and dope. The art of it was dope. I think wrestling. Don't forget about wrestling. I think wrestling is like really, really, really dope. Because even like in high school, right? I didn't really give wrestling the credit that it deserves. I would be running track or playing basketball, and the wrestling kids would be working out in the gym because they used to be in the small gym, right? The basketball gym, and they would be working out, and we would have to go in the gym after they worked out, and it would be so hot in that gym because they'd be just running around with the heat on, and they just running, 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 sweating. And like one time, I went to practice early, and I went inside. These cats are running around the basketball court with each other, carrying each other on their shoulders, like laying over their shoulders, like carrying them like this, and running around the court with heaters on inside the gym, and fully clothed, like in their warm up gear, long sleeve, long leg sweats, and running around the court with their partner on their shoulders, just running around. I was like, oh, these cats are different. And then they were doing lunges, like doing lunge walks with their partner on their shoulders then they were like smaller guys or whatever. But from that from that point, I realized how vicious wrestling was, and then it's just a great base for your children's like self defense, like being able to know how to get wide and how to get tall at certain times. Yeah, capoeira is fun. It's got like music. It's got a lot. There's a lot more to capoeira than just the the fighting and the dancing. It's like a whole art behind it. It's a whole culture behind it. It's really beautiful. It's a lot more than what I thought it was. Because I grew up watching like Eddie on Tekken, you know what I mean? And then like there's like one Capoeira movie, Capoeira, whatever. But that's all I knew of it. But once I took my daughter to it and they started talking more about it, the art form and how it came about, it's so freaking dope. So dope. It's like African based. Top of the top, what's up, Wilson's Journey? How's everybody doing? Shout out to all of y'all. Is really what it is. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the shout outs. Top of the top to everybody, man. Ooh, she gave me this coffee with the top off. Ooh, she tried to set me up. Could have had a lawsuit. But staying active. I think all kids, like I'm just my opinion. I'm biased maybe. Should run track, do some boxing, wrestling, and jujitsu. Just four, three of those four. Three of those four they should at least attempt and do one season or 1 year of all of those. Minimum. And there's no way they're not gonna like one of those. Drebo Squeeze, thank you for the super chat, brother. Thanks for being a good crip, huh? You already know, man. You know what it is. And then on top of that, I want people to understand, like, you can grow up a certain kind of way and a certain kind of outlook on life and a certain kind of behavior. But that doesn't have to shape your future and who you are. You know what I mean? Like, you can take your life lessons from that and move forward. You don't have to be stuck in a certain mindset or stuck in a certain way of living. You Sometimes we're ignorant. Sometimes we don't know what's on the other side of the fence or on the other side of the tracks. But when you get exposed and you get to see new things in life, you can change. You know what I mean? But you never forget where you came from. Oh, the audio messed up. My bad. Is that better? Hopefully that's better. My bad. Audio is messed up. Thank you, Drebo Squeeze, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. But how did I first get introduced to pun? Oh man, that shit was so fucking long ago. So pun and Trey are younger than me. So if I was in, I'm not sure if they're 2 grades younger than me. So if I was in the 12th grade, they were in 11th or 10th grade. I think they were in the 10th grade. If I was in the 12th grade, they were in the 10th grade. Maybe the 9th grade. Shit, they're younger than me. So met them when they were like fuck, we were just babies, dude. That's some crazy shit. But just being around, like as kids, literally as kids. Pun was skinny. Pun was a basketball player. Pun was from Compton. Skinny nigga from Compton, tall, skinny, young nigga. Him, Tay, and Trey. It was the dynamic, like a triple threat. And Manny, I met through track and sports in Long Beach on the east side. So they all came together. Really, I met them through Manny. And just being at the house. Manny's house was like neutral ground for the east side. Like you could have people from all hoods would be at Manny's house because everybody respected Manny's father, the Big M. Everybody respected him, so it would be people from everywhere over at his house at any given time. So like Manny's house was where everybody congregated or came together, like after the football games or before stuff. It was just be 15 people at his house just hanging out, and people from different sides, different hoods, and that's how his house has always been. And when they moved from the east side to where they are, it's the same thing. Like, that's how I want my house to be, man. Punished from Compton. You're the mean. What, like, I feel your question, but that question, what does that, like, if I still attend the hood day, if I was to answer that, what does that do for you? Why does that, like, I'm not being mad or anything, but I really do, because I be getting questions like that. What is the point of that question? After high school, well, I got kicked out of high school. I had to go to adult school and get my GED, which was enough for my high school diploma. So I got my high school diploma from adult school before everybody graduated. But after that, I went to City College, got my financial aid, took all my financial aid money, dropped it on a bag, went back to school, and started serving all the students at school. I was stupid. I forgot all about that. Yep. Damn. Yep, I went to school, got financial aid, spent that on some good stuff, and then started stealing it at school. Just didn't go to class. Dumbass, just dumb. What happened with TDE? Getting banned in Canada? Schoolboy Q show getting canceled? That shit was crazy. And then, but the police try to say that they didn't cancel any shows, or that wasn't true. I think that's some Buster shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's really, because at that point you're messing with somebody's money. You're really messing with their pockets. You know what I mean? They booked the show. That shit, I think that shit was almost sold out to perform, and then you cancel that show on them. Travel all the way to Toronto and find out that they canceled that shit on you or won't let you perform. That's war. That's time to get them up. They don't play about their BBL Drizzy. Like, y'all can't handle getting dissed and losing. Y'all can't handle losing in a battle to where I can't perform in your country? Or was it just that it was in the Toronto or something? I don't know. But imagine if people started canceling Drake performances out here, like, yeah, you can't perform out here no more. You know how pissed off people would be? Imagine if that shit was on the other foot. If Kendrick was getting Drake shows canceled. That's bullshit. Like, if it's true, if it is true, and if it is what we think it is, any ounce of like recovery respect that I have for him is gone. Any iota of a little bit of respect for him that I had, if this is true, if he really did that, if that's what took place, I have no respect. Like, it's gone. Because that affects more than just Schoolboy Q. You know, Tiny, Keen, they're all traveling, they're all out there doing stuff. But you cancel their shit. Shit, what if people flew out to that show to see that show? What up, EC? I see you up in here. Yeah, that was a buster move for sure. But I'm sure we'll get more information coming today, like what actually happened or what took place. And I'm sure it wasn't Drake himself, like getting on the phone, like, can I speak to the captain? Can I speak to the lieutenant? Can I speak to the chief of police? Yeah, they got some information for you. I doubt that happened, but whatever. Because you know why it's not a good look for Drake? Because Drake needs to be talked about as little as possible right now. He needs to be out of the mainstream media as much as possible. Now this is just more shit to talk bad about him about. Oh, you guys hear Drake canceled Schoolboy Q's show for TDE members show? Like, it's just more people looking at you in a bad light. Like, just stay out of the fucking press. Disappear for a little bit. Go sit down. You would be tired of being in the media, in the news and shit about some stupid shit. Like but you know what? Some people don't know how to sit down. Some people don't know how to not be the main event. He's been on top for so long. He's been the main event for so long. Maybe he don't know how to fucking chill and just sit his ass down and relax. You know what? I'm about to clip my Drake response on my last live today. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna release that. This that'll be perfect. What up, Young Third? Top of the morning, man. I'm black and Puerto Rican, but yeah, I've been to Puerto Rico multiple times. Drakesha, do you love me? Drake Kiki. Embrace the grays, man. Embrace the grays. They coming. Just embrace them, man. I got grays. But my daughter be, oh man, she's like a monster. She'll see it, she come up like, pull it right out. Like, what the hell are you doing? It's a beautiful day. Let's get this day going, man. Weekend is almost here. One more day, today and tomorrow. Thursday, Friday, and the weekend's here. Good morning, Slim Duncan. What's up with you, man? Everybody up in here chilling. Another hot one. How hot is it supposed to be out there today in Florida? Man, I've been to Florida. I ran the Olympics in Florida, Gainesville, Florida. I ran in New Orleans, but the last time I was in Florida, it was because a rocket blew up on the launch pad at SpaceX. I was at SpaceX, and the rocket blew up on the launch pad. I forget what that place is called. Cape Canaveral. I was in Cape Canaveral for like a month because our rocket blew up on the launch pad, and I was the second stage lead technician or whatever. Yeah, I'm going live tonight. Damn, 92. And I was the lead for the second stage of the rocket. So they sent me to Florida. I'll never forget that shit. They had us out there collecting the pieces of the the blown up rocket and collecting it and putting it together like puzzle pieces. And they have like some shit out there called the orange groves, like out there in the water or shit or whatever. But we were like scraping through all that shit in bodysuits with like ice in our pack so that we get cold air in like full clothing. And it was like alligators and shit. And we were collecting pieces of the rocket out there in Cape Canaveral. One of the craziest experiences that I've ever had. Like, and then it got hit by a hurricane. And they were like, do y'all want to stay and help everybody put sandbags on their houses and stay through the hurricane? I was like, give me my ticket back home. No, I'm not staying for no hurricane and helping. I got to go home to my family. What are you talking about? The mangroves. The mangroves. I said the orange groves. The mangroves. I don't know if y'all know about those things. But navigating through those and getting through them and trying to do all that shit, like, it's damn near impossible. I don't even know what species of plant or weed a mangrove is, but I hate them. They ruined my life for like a month. And it was hot as hell. Oh, you about 45 minutes north of Gainesville? Yeah, the Space Coast. That's where I was at, the Space Coast. It was dope, man. It was like a good experience to have as a young man in life, like being out there and experiencing that. But it was like all kind of conspiracy theories. Like they were thinking like somebody put a laser on the rocket and blew it up. It was like so many conspiracy theories. That shit was funny. But I was out there and we puzzle pieced together the damn rocket, like laid it out and put it together. I thought it was like one of the dumbest things ever, but they did collect a lot of information and figured out what happened. You know what I mean? Deshante. Oh man, special teams coach, man. You know, special teams coach are really important to the football team, man. Can I have my, I don't even know what that is. My bad, Sizzle Show. I don't know what that emoji is. Thank God for McDonald's coffee, man. Coffee with Rios early in the morning. Just touching base with the people. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Good morning, Jose. Oh, it's a ticket. You need your ticket back home. You from Florida, Sizzle Show? Top of the morning, fam. Tam DePon. What's up, Ace Boy Dogface? What's going on with Ace Boy Dogface? LBC Finest in the building. Y'all want to go to work? Y'all want to go up in there with me to work? Y'all want me to go live from in there building testing these batteries and working on these batteries. I gotta test these battery packs, forward and aft battery packs today. And if they pass, I gotta put the lids on and seal them and pressure test, then drop them in the boats. And these packs that I'm talking about are huge. They're like probably like, I think 6x6, huge. The last time me and the family all went on vacation, we did go to Florida. Our last family vacation was in Florida. We went to Miami. No, we went to Miami. I think we went to Tampa first. We went to Tampa for some reason, and then we drove down to Miami. What do y'all think about that? SpaceX leaving California. Oh, I didn't even get into that. I'll probably talk on that subject tonight. I'll talk on some SpaceX shit tonight, is what I'll do. We'll get on our SpaceX information and experience and my conversations with Elon Musk. Have I told y'all about my conversations with Elon? And our Christmas parties and all that stuff? Have I talked about Elon with y'all? And the experiences with him? Yep. I've had conversations with him. Yeah, I've had some dope interactions with Elon. Some really, really good interactions with that fool, man. Like, we'll discuss that tonight. So that'll be a topic tonight. We'll discuss like SpaceX. We'll get into how they're leaving. Gavin Newsom. Man, I don't know what's going on with us, man. But I'll discuss that shit. You know how much money he brings to Hawthorne? Schooling, the school district. What is that called? That's called the what school district is that called? Not the Shakespeare. Damn. Because when you work at SpaceX, you can get your kids into that district. Damn it, what's the name of that damn school district? Oh, I'm spacing it. Trump has a good team behind him. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna fucking lie. And Elon, I don't put anything past that fool, man. We at SpaceX, I had a thing I should call it Elon Coke nights. Elon Coke rage nights. We'd come in the morning to SpaceX, and it'd be an email sent like at 3:30, 4 o'clock, company-wide, from the Mr. Man himself. And it'll be dope because he'd be on some shit that we wouldn't even be thinking about. Like, he'll be thinking about shit that we had no idea was going on. You know what? That's gonna be a dope topic tonight. That's gonna be a dope topic. And then, yeah, we'll do that. All the companies are moving to Austin. It's the tech spot, but I don't think it's gonna be that way for long because shit is getting expensive. You know what I mean? Like, the spot that I wanted them to start doing tech in instead of Austin was Brownsville. SpaceX was gonna move to Brownsville. Let me not talk about too much of this shit because we could talk about it tonight. But Brownsville, right on the Rio Grande, started looking at property out there because we're like, shit. If we build a facility, want to transfer to Brownsville, you know, Rio Grande, where they be doing all the dope transactions and all that shit. But if they turn that into a tech place, and like the big wigs went there, Brownsville is right on the Rio Grande. Like, we could change the face of that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to move to Brownsville so bad. Cartel country for sure, for sure. That's where I wanted to go. Cartel is in trouble, man. The reason why the cartel is so strong is because Mexico is not a power in the economics of the world. Mexico is about to become one of the power structures in the world because of their import export, because of all the shit that's going on with the Panama Canal, and Mexico starting to build their port. Once they become the power, like even if they just get 30% revenue from that shit, infrastructure and all that, they're in trouble. And all that killing stupid shit that they doing, that's gonna have to stop. And when the whole world is looking at you and watching, you have to operate in a different energy. You have to level up or whatever. The cartel may still be there, but they're gonna level up. It ain't gonna be the same kind of shit. It ain't gonna be about dope. They're allowed to be, but you can't do that shit when you're a major player. When you become a major player in the world, which Mexico is about to be, you don't get to operate with impunity no more. Thank you, Ocean. Handsome, huh? Oh yeah, thank you. But look into the Panama Canal and how bad it's doing in its productivity, like how long those ships are sitting there, and then read up on Mexico building one of the biggest ports in the world, and how it's going to bring so much money to Mexico. Ace boy, for real. Like it's cool, it's cute to get to operate and do shit how you're doing, but when you're not like a major player, it's cute. When you become a major player, like your country becomes a major player, which I believe Mexico is like 5 years away from, you don't get to do that little shit, like that little silly shit, like whatever. And I'm not saying what it, like that I know exactly what, but when it becomes a $1 trillion industry and it affects other countries, you think they just gonna let that shit? Like right now, they let everything happen. Like all that shit, they're letting all that happen. I'm a motherfucking man. I'm the man. That's what I am. But it has to do with Mexico. What I'm saying is with Dogface. Oil cartel, the oil infrastructure and communications, media, several other large corps, has more so to do with Mexico. It's inside. Once they branch out and they're dealing with exports from China coming through to Mexico and shipping out and doing all that stuff, let me tell you, it's still gonna be there. They're not going nowhere, but the act is gonna have to be cleaned up. It's gonna be a different face. They're gonna elevate, they're gonna promote, they're gonna graduate out of where they are to a place of more structure. All that extra shit, like, it'll stop. Watch. Just like if Brazil became like the biggest import export, you have to level up your country. It's gonna level up. Like if they became the biggest import export, Brazil itself, their whole face would change. It would have to change. And when that money gets real like that, guaranteed they're gonna clean their act up. It's gonna be more like, watch. That's how it is everywhere. Anywhere that there was like rampant anything, or just like there's the infrastructure is what it is. Anytime it gets like there's more attention or more money comes in, guess what? They go from that ugly uniform to a suit. They go from that suit to this, and they'll just be up in those rooms on an elevated system. Chopping off heads ain't never gonna be good for business that way. Drugs ain't even the main thing right now, Dogface. Drugs ain't even the main reason for the shit. Drugs is not the problem anymore. The problem is human trafficking. They can care less about the drugs. The money is in humans. We still thinking back a while ago. There's more money in human trafficking. If you think about it. If you think about it. But the drugs is the lower level. They're leveling up to more money, more things, and it's going to have to change. Everything has to evolve and everything has to adapt. All over the world. What do you think Epstein was? Think about stem cell research. Think about placentas. Think about how expensive placentas are. Like, I don't even want to get into all that shit right here or right now. But just think about all of the shit. Humans are reusable. Drugs is a one-time thing. You use it, it's gone. Human trafficking is so evil. It's the gift that keeps on giving. This 8-year-old kid turns into a 12-year-old kid, turns into a 16-year-old kid, turns into an adult, turns into this. And they're trafficked all throughout their life. It has a life